Your reasons for listening to the show, well, those are your own. But just keep in mind that the views, information, or opinions expressed on the Tuddle Daily Podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of our sponsors. Yeah, it's called free speech, people. Nobody's forcing you to listen.
Get ready for your daily dose of Tuddle.
The all-time greatest intern/producer we've ever had, of course, Tuddle. Tuddle in Florida.
From the Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuddle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Hope you guys are enjoying your day so far. There's a couple of ways you can get a hold of me. Want to get some more engagement, some more interaction with you guys. Because I've talked about this. This is the one reason I like doing live radio. I love being able to have conversations. I don't even like call screeners, really, if I'm just being honest. Gotta stop using that word, just being honest. But, no, what I'm saying, though, is that I would love to be able to take unscreened phone calls and be able to just BS with you guys about stuff that's going on in your life, my life, current events, get your opinion on stuff. Hell, I even like taking phone calls from people that hate me because I like to learn. Why do you hate me? And for the people that support me and they like me, I would love to hear what's going on there, so I can keep doing more of that. Because I'm not going to be like one of those radio hosts that thinks he knows better than everybody else. Because there are a lot of radio guys that are hard-headed, that do not evolve with the times. And you do. As a radio person, you do have to evolve. Look at all the other radio shows I've worked on. Look at how much they've evolved. And I'm not going to call any of them out by name, but you have to. And I feel like it's coming to that point, even though I've been doing this, maybe 2 years now, the Tuddle Daily Podcast. And I feel like my numbers are getting a little stale. I feel like I need to change some things up. Like, I'll give you an example with the live streams. Yeah, I'm getting monetized now. But the other thing that's hurting me, I'm also getting partially demonetized on some of my videos, which means I'm not going to get some of the high dollar ads. I'm going to get some of the jobber ones because none of the big name ads want to be a part of some guy that talked about some of the stuff like I do. And I've been trying to keep it as clean as possible. I mean, you guys could vouch for me and tell anybody that I have evolved a little bit. I've been trying to keep it a lot more cleaner because I don't want to get demonetized, because it is a great revenue stream coming in. But it's still happening to me either way. So if any of you guys know or can have any tips, that's why I would like to hear from you. You guys can email me, tuddle@gmail.com. That's Tuddle with 2 Ds, TUDDLE @gmail.com. Or you can leave me a voicemail, or you can leave me a text on this same number as well, too, 407-270-3044. Once again, that is 407-270-3044. Something else I want to try. And, it also bangs my head. Like, I beat my head up against the wall trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And I don't want you guys to think, I prep a lot when I do my live streams, but I probably should. I really should. You guys also got to understand, I am limited to what I can do. Can't play audio because I live stream off of my phone. Hopefully soon I'll be able to have a home computer. I'm going to build a studio coming up soon in a new place. There's already an extra room that I could do it in at the place that my mom is getting. And I'll be able to do that from there until I do move out and find another place, which I do plan on doing. But one of the ideas that I had, one of the ideas that I saw last night, sorry, I was half asleep whenever I saw this, but this guy did a live stream on TikTok, and you want to know what it was? He's not giving his opinion. The idea is creative, but during the segment, it's really not that creative. This guy, I guess he's into collecting coins. Coins? Yeah, coins. This guy's looking for, errors. Because I used to collect baseball cards. And I remember you would love those error cards. I had a couple of different error cards. And, they could be as simple as having the wrong position there, wrong stats. Those are all error cards. One of the famous ones is, I think they got the guy for the Baltimore Orioles. Might have been Ripken. I don't think it was Ripken. I don't know if anybody would do this to him. But on the bat, when he was taking the picture, right at the little end of the bat, at the bottom of the bat, not near the barrel, it says like F-face or F-U or the F word for gays. I know it's something with F. That's right down there on the bottom. That's one of the most valuable ones. People love that error card. But there was a lot of them out there. You got to realize, in the 80s and 90s, they just overprinted cards. None of them are rare anymore. But this guy, he's just opening quarters. He's looking like certain dates that have errors. Where, like, in God We Trust, instead of T being there, it says R-U-S-T. And then, I guess, like on certain coins, 1918, or no. 1998, 1999, or it might have been 2019, 2018, 2019. He's looking for W's because I guess most of the coins have P's on them. The letter P, he's looking for W's, and I don't even know how much they're worth. But I guess he was doing this on TikTok, and people can cheer bits or donate money. So he's got all these rolls of quarters, just like you can even start to guess how many rolls of quarters he has. And you can tell they're all official. They're from the bank because they got that nice little, like, fancy wrapping that the banks put on there. And when somebody donates a certain amount of money, what he does is he pulls out a roll of quarters and he writes the person's name on it. And then he puts it to the side and he goes through and he opens up these rolls of quarters that have people's names on them, people that have donated. And when he goes to open it up, if your name's on it, when he opens it up, if he finds a valuable quarter, it is yours to have. And I think that is a brilliant idea because what's hurting him? Like, matter of fact, he might work at a bank. He may just take those same quarters, roll them up again. But, you know, some of these people are in the coins so much, or you're going to get some kind of guy that's like Rain Man, and he will know, oh, I've seen that quarter before. I've already seen that quarter like 8 times since you've been doing your live streams. But it's a great idea, and the guy had like a couple of thousand people watching him, and people were just donating left and right, and everybody was just like, open mine next, open mine next, open mine next. And I'm just like, holy crap, what a bunch of coin marks. They're like, open mine, open mine. Let's be honest. He probably knows which ones have good ones in them. I don't know. Maybe he is taking a chance. Maybe he's just rewrapping those. Where's he getting all these quarters from? I mean, this is all the type of questions I need to know because it seems pretty damn popular. You could see me doing that on a smaller scale in Oak Hill. Going to the flea markets and just having rolls of quarters and and just open them there in front of people and like, hey, you want to donate? I mean, I don't know. Would that be considered gambling though? Donate some money. I'm going to put your name on a roll of quarters. If I open it up and I find an error one or one that's worth some money, guess what? It's yours. I don't know. I think that would get busted up pretty quick. But I know, you know, here in Volusia County, I've been seeing a lot of these gas stations. They got the gambling machines in there now. Pretty much all the convenience stores from Oak Hill all the way up to, like, Edgewater or even New Smyrna Beach. A lot of the gas stations that are all owned by Indian people, not Native Americans, people from India. And they got all the gambling machines in there. And I don't have a problem with them. But you do see a lot of people in there. Then I'll be like, hey, how much you want? They'll be like, oh, 800. I'm like, 800? What the hell? Is this all made up money? Because I wouldn't believe that some of these white trash freaks, extras from the movie The Hills Have Eyes. No, I don't expect these people like being able to figure out how to operate a digital computer gambling machine and actually make any money off of it. I never liked them because I feel like they could be easily set up and rigged. But these people are making some money off of it. Maybe it'd let you make. It's like any drug dealer. They give you like the first couple of hits for free to get you hooked. Maybe they let you win right off the bat, And that's how they get you. Because, trust me, it's either they're spending their money there on heaters, cigarettes, especially the menthol 100s, or lottery tickets. They're even selling liquor in some of these convenience stores, too. Look, I don't have a problem with it, guys. I don't want you to think like I'm dry snitching on anybody, because I'm not. I think it's kind of cool. Wish I still was able to drink responsibly, but I can't. Can't trust myself around it. So that is in the past. Saw this news story this morning when I was doing show prep. And this is one of the reasons why I would never, ever let my house be used as an Air BnB. Because I've always wondered, like, what is the type of laws, the legality? Because, I mean, this isn't a commercialized rental place. This isn't like a hotel that people go to. Because they do take your credit card and stuff, and I'm sure they do the same thing with Airbnb, or they give you a deposit. But this all does seem like a big civil matter. Like, there's a lot of people that could take advantage of you, and this is what's been happening. There's this stuff going around called pop-up parties. And people, I guess, will rent these Airbnbs. By the way, you're not allowed to throw parties at Airbnbs. But what's ended up happening is they're telling the people that they're renting it from and saying, oh, we just want a quiet night, just one night. And little does the renter know that they've been advertising for like a week and a half that they're going to have a big-ass party at your place. And I don't know if they're charging money. I don't know exactly what they're doing. Or are they just looking for places that they can trash and just film? Is this just all content for some reality TV show? Who knows? But it does kind of interest me.
Jason Lohman's Airbnb guest said that they wanted a quiet weekend. But when he showed up here in the middle of the night, the place was trashed. They were throwing a rager.
All right. So are we really getting to that point now where it's cool in the mainstream news just to start using regular words? Are they going for the younger audience? I'm just asking a question because now everybody is saying, oh, the left is woke. The left is woke. Our governor, he just came out with a bill, Stop the Woke campaign. Are you kidding me? Is this really what it's become to? Or is it because they're just wanting to look cool, or they're trying to get the younger, hipper audience, people to go out and vote? I don't know. Is it cool to be a conservative or a liberal right now? Because I'm telling you right now, in my early 20s, I really didn't give a damn about like what party I was affiliated with. I just didn't. It just didn't. It didn't hold any value because I knew and saw the way things were going. Didn't care. And now our news people are using the word ragers while setting up a news story. By the way, get your audio fixed. You can hear a big-ass hiss in the background. Oh, probably not the greatest way to, like, start your clip off, too. In stereo, in a echoey house, the same house that got trashed. Just trying to help you out there a little bit, buddy.
And tonight he has a warning for other hosts on Airbnb.
Just a relaxing night.
Well, that is not what Jason Lohman says his Airbnb guest had.
Maybe like what this reporter called it, this rager was a way that was considered a quiet night. My quiet night might be different than your quiet night. The way that they want to sit back and relax is just have a big-ass rager, bro.
He recorded this TikTok and Instagram.
Did this reporter just say Instagram? Because Instagram sounds pretty damn cool. Like, it's this place you can go to, and you can, like the guy with the quarters. You kind of throw him a couple of bits there, like if it was Twitch. And Instagram is, like, he's got these little items, and he crams them up as BH for a little price. Don't act like that's not out of the question. I'm sure that there is an Instagram, like, live feed. If not, and I just invented it, and I see anybody have Instagram, I'm coming after you legally, because today is December 16th, 2021, and my name is Patrick Fowler, and I just came up with the idea of Instagram.
Instagram post of the massive party. A couple of weeks ago, he had no idea that was happening at his short-term rental in Ybor City, until he was alerted by a neighbor.
Trashed. I mean, everything was everywhere. I mean, as it looks now wasn't even...
Back again to the echo that's going on. You could tell that's how bad they trashed the place. They trashed the place so badly, the house now has an echo. Because the house was fully furnished, had curtains, had stuff that would deaden the sound down a little bit so it didn't sound like you were in a cave. But yeah, they actually trashed the place so much, the house developed an echo.
Close to that.
He rushed to the house and called police to break up the party of more than 200 young adults and even teenagers.
Wow. I said, you're going to have some problems now because you've completely trashed the place.
Broken tables, chairs.
No. They got this all planned out. I bet this guy thought, oh, I'm calling the cops. You guys are going to get arrested for trashing my... Nope. Guess what? You're letting me stay there. And that's the thing about it. Everybody else would probably be like, oh, man, you got to bring your gun. You got to get them out with a gun. No. Because I don't think you have any legal standing. I don't think you can claim stand your ground if you're allowing the people to rent this place. It is a civil matter. So it's not like you could threaten them with violence, because if you do, I think your ass would be the one going to jail. Once you rented them the place, it's kind of up to them on what they want to do. And I know for a fact what they're going to do is they're going to write it into the contract. No parties. They're going to have a bunch of lawyers sitting over this whole thing with a fine-tooth comb. It's going to be parties. Well, how many people is allowed at this party? No parties more than 8 people. All right, that's fine. What about couples? Does couples count as one? All right. We'll allow 4 couples, all right? I know it's a little bit more than what we said before. All right. Now, are they allowed alcohol? Is there smoking allowed? Illicit drugs? Well, of course. I mean, those are illegal anyways. But what I'm trying to say is that you know that they're going to have to get a lawyer to come in to make this stuff legally binding, because there's nothing you could do about it. Like I said, you couldn't pull a gun out on them. You couldn't beat them up, because you're the one that's going to go to jail.
He says he saw some things we can't mention on TV.
Well, I mean, we can already guess. Fecal matter, poop, urine, semen, squirt, all that stuff could be all over the place. Is that what you're talking about? The stuff that you can't mention? Man, I wish the news would stop being a bunch of pussies. I mean, seriously? Give us the facts. I don't think the news should be censored. Give me all the information and let me decide if I want to watch it or not.
Altogether, nearly $14,000 worth of damage. Jason says the people who threw the party posted the address on social media the day of.
As he was advertising this event.
Then this guy was definitely charging people a cover charge. These people were definitely having to pay a cover charge to get into this party, because I got to tell you, from the pictures and stuff that I saw in the video, it seemed like a lot of fun, if I'm just being honest. Yeah, this is the type of place that I would absolutely go to back in my drinking days, because it looked fun as hell.
Days, if not potentially weeks ahead of time.
And Tampa police say there's nothing they can do. They broke up the party, but say this is a civil matter between the property owner and the guests. Jason is now warning other short-term rental hosts to be on alert.
I say what you do is that you set these people up like you do. You rent them the place. You kind of do your little backhanded stuff, and then you set them up. You record everything going on in the house, videotape it. I think you can record everything in the house as long as it's not in the bathrooms. I don't understand why, but maybe that's against the law too. That's voyeurism. And you're bringing them in there. I don't think you can spy on your guests with cameras. Oh, crap. This might be the perfect crime.
He says the same people have advertised another party.
They are openly stating, that they have another one planned, actually for the 17th, of this month.
Well, damn, man. Like, if there's nothing you guys can do about this, why don't you guys just start renting out your Airbnbs? As like home parties. I mean, nobody wants to throw a party at their house. Am I correct? I mean, this could be a big idea. This might be 2 ideas that I've had now. Instacram, where people just cram things in certain areas for bits on Twitch, Or you rent out your Airbnbs for house parties. It would be amazing. I don't know, like, what the legality is, but I'm sure, like, if you're able to rent out your place, you could have a party. You would just have to, hey, you're going to have to put a deposit down. If a certain amount of money is damaged, then you're going to have to, I get the deposit. I think it's a great idea. Because, like I said, nobody likes having parties at their house because you're worried about your stuff that you care about getting damaged. You really wouldn't stress out that much. Yeah, you might still have to pay a little bit of a deposit fee, but it's not your stuff. Man, it's a great idea. December 16th, 2021. My name is Patrick Fowler, and I came up with the idea of house party Airbnb rentals. Market, dated. I know this probably isn't legal, and I'm just trying.
Lohman does have an attorney, and as of yesterday, Airbnb assigned him someone to help work with his case. In Tampa, Dan Maddox, Fox 13 News.
The next story I wanted to get into, and I've been thinking about this for quite a while. I used to watch that show, How It's Made or How It's Done. They show you the process of stuff. Don't ever look what some of these big cities do. Now, I'm sure that it is safe to drink, but have you ever seen how they, like, reclaim water in some of these big cities and how they treat it? Like in New York, you know that the water you're drinking was probably used for the toilet at one time. I'm just being honest with you. So it goes through this whole process. They get the crap out of there. They kill all the bacteria and stuff. But I was always wondering, like, viruses and stuff. What do they do about the viruses? Because right now in Orange County, I was shocked to find out how much coronavirus and COVID-19 is in the wastewater. They're making a big deal about how, oh, don't worry about it, Omicron isn't in our wastewater right now. So what we're doing is we're pooping out the coronavirus, putting it in the wastewater, and is that water getting treated? Is it like, are we drinking it? Are we being exposed to it? Something that I think we all need to know about. And I'm glad that Channel 6, Local 6, is on top of the story.
In less than a week, officials in Orange County say the Omicron variant of COVID-19 went from trace amounts to becoming the predominant strain detected in water treatment plants.
Yeah, we were at 100% within our 3 different wastewater facilities.
I know a lot of people don't care for Jerry Demings, but I do. I love him. I can sit there and listen to Jerry Demings talk. Sometimes, like, if I'm having a hard time sleeping, I will find his voice, like, on some speeches or talking in front of city council or giving a speech to a crowd. Yeah, I will listen to it because it's just his very drawn-out, southern, good old boy accent. And by the way, Mr. Jerry Demings is an African-American gentleman, which makes his accent even that much more enjoyable. But yeah, I love it. But now they're making a big deal now. Like, why are we just finding out about the coronavirus in our poop?
The mutation, however, has not been linked to a confirmed case of the virus.
So currently, we have not identified any Omicron variant in Orange County residents, and so it's unclear right now whether or not there is any increased severity for disease and any increase in disease transmission.
Omicron has also been detected in Altamont Springs wastewater.
Wait, hold on. So I used to do a lot of golfing. I used to go out for golfing events, golfing charities. I used to golf a lot when I was younger. But, man, what's the deal? It says non-potable water. Do not drink or ingest or get on you. You'll see that at the golf courses. Does that mean they're just using straight poop water to put on the golf courses and stuff? Because if so, I mean, does that mean a lot of these golfers are getting exposed to COVID-19 from the poop water that they're spraying on the golf courses? And look, I know that I should probably do a little bit more research before I get into some of these topics and stuff, but no, I like being corrected. So if any of you guys can help me out, would love to hear from you. You can email me, Tuddle@gmail.com, or leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044.
Despite the new strain spreading quickly throughout the community, Orange County says it doesn't appear to be more severe than prior strains. That includes Delta, which is linked to the majority of COVID-19 hospitalizations.
But when we look within our community, we know that those who are hospitalized are still being infected primarily by the Delta variant.
Yeah, let's go Delta. Number 1, Delta. Yeah, we're in the college football playoffs of viruses. Number 1. We're going to be facing off with gonorrhea in round 1 of the CFB playoffs. No, I know that was kind of stupid. Matter of fact, that was downright hackish. Probably like, oh, why didn't you edit that out or go back? No, leaving it in there. I really do want you guys. I think my embarrassment is going to teach me a lesson. Never to go there again.
And health experts say the best protection against any variant is the vaccine. Now, when it comes to Omicron, the next week will give a better indication on its severity. Officials say if symptoms are less, it could be people just aren't going to the hospital, which would actually be beneficial towards increasing immunity. We're now reporting live in Orange County. Mark Lehman getting results. News 6.
All right. I know that I'm probably going to be like ripping off Brad Pitt from Fight Club. But first rule of being a pedophile in Polk County, especially the Lakeland area, is don't be a pedophile in Lakeland, Polk County area. Because it's just not going to work out for you. Because Grady Judd takes a lot of pleasure in it. He also takes a lot of pleasure in being in front of the camera. Like as always, I don't want any of you guys to think I'm throwing, you know what? Since everybody's using woke and rager, I'm just going to say, I'm not throwing Grady Judd any shade here. See, I'm trying to fit in. I'm just trying to tell you is that, yeah, the man loves the camera more than any other sheriff in our great state of Florida.
There's lots of words in the English class that you could write about why this is not right.
You get it, guys? She's an English teacher. That's why I always said I think Grady does have a handler that does all of his media relations. I'm sure he does. I know that they got a public information officer, but I'm talking about somebody they hired to write these lines for Grady. You know, Grady was always known for that great thing about that guy that killed the cops over in Polk County. And I think they shot the guy 48 times. And in the press conference, the media asked Grady, hey, how come you shot him 48 times? He was like, because we ran out of bullets. Cue, cue, cue.
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd tells News Channel 8, 20-year-old Ayanna Davis laid it out in plain English. She had sex several times with a teenage student.
All right. So we know that this teacher is a voyeur. She wanted to be caught. She wanted to be caught. 9 times out of 10, for the most part, it is usually the student that opens his big-ass mouth and ruins it for everybody. But this is a teacher. This is a teacher that is admitted to it. I think she even put everything out there on Snapchat for people to see. What do you think was going to happen? You live in goddamn Polk County. Your sheriff is Grady Judd. He's got people looking for this type of stuff online. So this woman wanted to be caught. She just wanted to get one last fling. Maybe she was a self-hating pedophile, people that preyed on younger kids. Now, I still do believe that female teachers with young boys, and I don't even know if they even released what this kid's age was. But this teacher was in her low 20s. This student could have been 17. You're really going to tell me a 3-year difference from a 20-something-year-old to a 17-year-old is pedophile? No, it's not. Now, if it was a 20-year-old guy and a 17-year-old girl, yes. Hang this guy up, cut his balls off, and feed it to him.
I want to ask her, come on, girl, what are you thinking?
Now, I know Grady is not going for that, but this is an African-American teacher, by the way. Come on, girl, what were you thinking? Come on, dude. That's almost kind of a word-for-word enunciation of what Grady Judd just did. If I say that, it makes me definitely look racist. Grady Judd, you get away with it.
You're a teacher. You're in a possession.
Possession? Do you mean position of watching over the kid? See, Grady does flub.
Of supervision over this student. And you're having sex with him?
Her arrest affidavit shows David started as a substitute English teacher at Lakeland High School in August. A student notified officers after seeing a Snapchat video of Davis having sex with a student.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Like I said, this bitch wanted to get caught. She wanted to get caught for sure. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You don't post that type of stuff on Snapchat unless you want the cops, especially the sheriffs in Polk County, Lakeland, Florida, they're going to get you.
Davis admitted to having sex with the teenager several times at both their homes from October to December, according to her affidavit.
He's still a juvenile.
See, that phrase, he's still a juvenile, leads me to believe that this kid was right on the edge. 17, maybe even about a couple of days away from 18. And they're going to hem this bitch up. No, I do have a problem with that one. I know that the woman is a teacher, holds not a possession, but a position of power above the student. So, yeah, that is a little wrong there, but come on, though. Like, seriously, I don't think a woman should be labeled as a pedophile.
A child, and she's an adult, and she had sex, and it's wrong on every level.
The staffing service company Kelly Education hired Davis in August. A spokesperson said she passed all the background and screening requirements. Polk County Public Schools changed its rules in October to allow anyone 20 years old or older with a high school or GED degree to work as a substitute teacher. 8 on Your Side has been told Davis began her work before that change, but Kelly Education did not disclose her certification level.
Look, I know a lot of people are going to think that I have a double standard when it comes to it. Yeah, I do. I'll admit it. I do have a double standard. An older man doing it, yes, that is a big, big difference, in my opinion. But if it's a 20-year-old woman, teacher, substitute teacher, and a 17, almost about to be 18-year-old student, I really don't see the big-ass problem about it. Is it right? No. Do I think she should be listed as a child predator? No. And I know that a lot of people might not agree with me on that. If you don't, would love to hear from you. Tuddle@gmail.com or leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. Anyways, want to thank my good friend Ian Hanna. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home in the Volusia, Brevard, or Flagler areas, make sure you contact my good friend Ian Hanna. Ian has helped me out tremendously with my mom buying this new home that she's about to move into. And he's made it very, very easy. My mom has never, ever had to buy a home before, and Ian has helped her tremendously. Just go to ianhannahomes.com. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed today's show. Going to go check out Spider-Man later on today. I think I'm going to do a review after it on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tuddle.
And that's the show for today. Thanks for listening to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Hey, don't be a dickhead. Do us a favor. Like, share, and subscribe to the show. Also, check out the Tuddle category at 315live.com. The Tuddle Daily Podcast is brought to you by Starfire Transport, StitchYouUp.com, and PocketPairClub.com. Special thanks to show producer Vulture and co-host Sirach. Show voiceover service is brought to you by JCVoiceover.com and The Little Cheese Show. Download and subscribe to The Little Cheese Show everywhere podcasts are found. If you want to help support the show, go to paypal.me/TuddleOnTheRadio. You have something you want to say? Tuddle@gmail.com or leave a voicemail at 407-270-3044. To follow all Tuddle social media, go to Tuddle.net. That's Tuddle with 2Ds.net. Thanks again for all your support, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
I get ignorant in normal situations.
What you mean?
What the fuck you mean?
What are you talking about?
Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about?
Oh, shit!